fundraiser at angelsandsparrows.org.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Hope is rising, healings in the air, real stories, real strength, love everywhere. It's your time, your space, your next best day. Welcome to the Healed Exchange.
Welcome to the Heal Exchange with Coach C. I am your girl, Charlisa Harriet, affectionately known as Coach C, and I am a cancer survivorship coach, cancer care minister, an author, a speaker, and hey, the host of Here the Healed Exchange. So today we are super excited about today and who we have in our studio with us as our guest today to help us to go ahead and end the Affirm Her challenge well. Mm. Yes, to end the Affirm Her challenge well. Now, we began with this challenge at the beginning of the month of August, and the first one was Affirm Her, speak life into your new beginning. And there we learned that words that we speak has power, and it can actually determine what our tomorrow will be just from the words that we speak. And then we went deeper into it. For the second week, we had Affirm Her, renew your mind, rewrite your narrative. And there we were focused upon the narratives, those stories that we tell ourselves in our heads. Are they positive or are they negative? Do they have any evidence or is it not based upon truth? Mm. What does God say? And then so the third week we went and focused upon after we have affirmed her, we've already challenged those narratives within our heads. Then how do we look at ourselves? How do we see ourselves? How do we view ourselves? Do we see ourselves as God sees us? Mm. A lot of times we're looking at ourselves and we don't like ourselves. But we ought to be very grateful for what we see and where we are. And that leads us to this week's topic. This week's topic, we're talking about Affirm Her, grateful for the journey and hopeful for what's ahead. I tell you, this is going to be a really good topic. I've been in just conversation with God all week long in preparation for today, and I'm just in awe of His goodness, of the beauty that I see. Even this morning, it started off a little cloudy. By the time I got to the studio, the sun was coming out. Grateful for that sunshine. My throat may be a little scratchy because it was raining just a little bit prior to leaving. But I was grateful that I wasn't too far, was able to go back home, drink a little emergency, and I'm back here now. Just the small things that we can take for granted. Mm, I tell you, okay, I am super excited about today and who we have joining with us in the studio. And today we have Pastor Carmela E. Head. She is the founder and managing director of First Glance LLC. She is the transformational holistic life and leadership coach, certified DIS consultant, inspirational writer, empowerment speaker, thought leader, and author with more than 30 years of experience empowering others. Pastor Carmela specializes in transformation, mindset, and spiritual development, helping individuals discover their uniqueness, embrace personal growth, and become all God has created them to be. As an ordained pastor and teacher, her heart is rooted in restoration, renewal, and biblical discipleship. Champions, help me welcome to the Healed Exchange, Pastor Carmela E. Ed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I love that little applause. That little that was nice. Thank you for having me, Coach C. Thank you for just embracing me to allow me to come and share with the audience this morning. I am so thankful and grateful to be here. And thank you for that introduction. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome, and we're grateful for your presence
Yes,
here in the
grateful.
studio. Grateful. I'm telling you, how many times we'll be able to say that word
I'm
today?
wondering.
I know
That's
there's a
good.
listener's probably going to start counting, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Well, I tell you, now this conversation is going to be really good and helping us to really get in tune
Mm-hmm.
to what's in our hands,
Mm-hmm.
what surrounds us,
Yes. Yes.
to be appreciative of what we see,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm, where
Absolutely.
we are.
Yes,
Mm,
where we are.
yeah, and not so much focus about the things that we don't have.
Right. Right.
Mm,
Exactly.
right. Just getting to that point now
Okay.
with you as being a teacher, all right, an educator
Okay.
in the field of this gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, tell us, what does that really mean to you?
Ah, well, this means so much to me. It's so near and dear to me.
Mhm.
And, what started off as something that was just a part of me wanting to inspire others and get people on board to experience gratitude and what that really meant, it became a movement. And
Mm,
as it became a movement, each year that I would do a gratitude challenge, it became bigger and bigger. The knowledge of it became bigger. The expression of it became bigger. The practice of it became bigger.
mm,
But because it's so near and dear to me, it's empowering others to know that there is so much light. There's so much light around us. And I'm not talking about physical light. I'm talking about the brilliance that comes with gratitude, that
mm,
there's so much behind being grateful. It's not just saying, oh, thank you. It
right.
goes so beyond that, and that is able to enlighten our way and offer opportunity for growth, and to see through the perspective of gratitude means so much to me as I'm teaching others and showing them another way, an alternative way of seeing what life really could be like when we are actually in a vein and when we are in a place of being grateful, which means
Mm,
so much more. So that just always encourages me to relay that message to the world that gratitude is speaking around us, and we just need to tap in and to use that in our lives, in our daily living.
absolutely. I love that summation of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's the light, the brilliance
Yes, the
that
brilliance of it.
surrounds us.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, we're going to come back and we're going
Okay.
to start from there right after this break. And you're listening to The Healed Exchange with Coach C.
We'll be right back with more encouragement and inspiration from Coach C on the Healed Exchange, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, the humidity while it was gone was nice, but it's still summertime technically, and it can't stay gone for long. Starting to creep back in, a little stickiness back in the air for our Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 80s. We'll keep an eye out for a few isolated showers or storms for the afternoon and evening, but heading into the rest of our work week, Thursday, Friday look like our best chance for storms. The rain chance comes down a bit by the weekend. That's your forecast for the Surf Pickleball and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Looking for something to do around Lake Norman? Plenty of options, from live music and comedy to community events, fundraisers, and even a little early Christmas shopping. Here is your WSIC community calendar.
Every Thursday, it's Live Music Thursdays at the Serve in Cornelius. Enjoy live music in the lounge while you play pickleball, grab a bite, or enjoy a drink. Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Serve in Cornelius.
On Thursday, August 27th, enjoy the Horses and Hope dinner party at Splendor Pond in Mooresville. There'll be dinner, live music, silent auctions, and stories of hope and healing, all benefiting Soul to Soul Connection and its mental health support for veterans, first responders, military members, and their families.
And Friday morning, Good Morning LKN returns to Josh's Farmers Market in Mooresville from 7 to 9 a.m. Check out the market's new location and start your Friday with Good Morning LKN.
Also on August 28th, the Building Hope and Healing Hearts Dinner takes place at Trump National Golf Club in Mooresville. Enjoy hors d'oeuvres, an open bar, and dinner overlooking Lake Norman while supporting the Brown Family Grief Center and its mission to bring a dedicated grief center to Iredell County.
Saturday, August 29th brings Stand Up for Good to Kane Center for the Arts in Cornelius. Comedy starts at 8 p.m., featuring Eric O'Shea, E.J. Masicampo, and host Ramona Holloway. Proceeds benefit Pharos Parenting and its child abuse prevention and family support programs.
For dates, details, tickets, and more events happening around the Lake Norman area, check out liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
We're back with the Healed Exchange, your midweek boost of hope, encouragement, and empowerment. WSIC Local starts here.
Hope is rising, healings in the air, real stories, real strength, love everywhere. It's your time, your space, your next best day. Welcome to the Healed Exchange.
Welcome back to the Healed Exchange with Coach C. And today our topic is Affirm Her. We're concluding for the month of August for the Affirm Her Challenge. And so we're being focused on gratitude. And so we're talking about grateful for the journey and hopeful for what's ahead. Now we have in our studio our special guest, who's a phenomenal speaker, teacher,
Thank you. Thank you.
educator. And she's educating us on gratitude. And her name is Pastor Carmela E. Head. Now, Pastor Carmela, prior to the break, you gave us what the definition of what gratitude meant to you.
Mhm.
And what stood out to me is the brilliance part
Yeah.
that surrounds us.
Yes.
Kind of tap into that a
Mm.
little bit more.
Yes, as I was really studying gratitude and just moving in the vein of gratitude, I had an aha moment.
Okay.
And that aha moment a couple years ago was the fact that there's a brilliance that comes with expressing and exuding gratitude in our lives and being grateful and being thankful and just taking that opportunity. And that it enlightens our space around us, not just physically, but our mindset. We create the spaces that we're in by, some of the things that you were talking about earlier with the narratives
Yes.
or just the affirmations, which is a part of being grateful, which is a
Right.
part of gratitude. But what it does is it enlightens the space. And I want to go and say that gratitude is a gift. It's like a gift that we received.
Okay.
I love it. And I think about gratitude being open hands to give and open hands to receive. And when we're expressing gratitude, it's like a thermostat. It's like a dial. You turn up that dial, and then there's positivity there.
Mhm.
There's light there. There's peace there. There's joy there. There's affirmation there. And even there's acknowledgement there. And then there's another thing that comes with it. There's an expression of who we are there,
Yes.
the uniqueness of who we are. So that space can't help but be enlightened. You
Yes.
cannot help but be empowered. You
Right.
cannot help but look around and say, there's something more than what I'm experiencing now, or there's
Yes.
something more to me. There's
Yes.
something more to you. And I like to use the word brilliance because sometimes we gloss over just some of the simple things in life.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
the ability to just look outside and see, look at the tree, look at the beautiful flowers, or just sitting and looking around at people, or engaging your library at home. The fact that you can go to your library at home or in your office, you can pull a book out and enjoy that, or
Right.
explore something new. It's always an enlightenment. That's what that brilliance is. There's
Mm.
it's always an enlightenment about the places and spaces that we're in, because we bring the light with us.
Yes.
When we express gratitude,
Mm.
we bring the light with us. We enlighten the spaces. You know what it's like when that negative energy comes around, or the
Mhm.
pessimism will come around,
Yes.
and it just dampens the mood. But as
Yes.
soon as someone says one thing about being grateful for something, it leads to something else.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Like, expressing gratitude for a cup of coffee leads to, I'm going to go look out the window. You go look
Right.
out the window, it leads to, wonder what's going on out there. When you
Yes.
get outside, you start thinking about a friend. Let me call a friend and empower someone. You
Yes.
talk to your friend. Now you're going to acknowledge your friend and build up your friend,
Yeah.
which may lead to random acts of kindness. Now I want to do something for someone.
Yes.
It's like I would like to say it's a ripple effect of
Mm.
brilliance
Mm.
that sometimes we don't notice, that comes with gratitude.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. You said that we bring it with
We
us.
bring it with us.
So it's already
It's
there.
already
We
there.
just need to tap into it.
Exactly.
Yes. And you said it's the simplest
The
things,
simple things. The
you know.
simple things
Oh
that
my
we
God.
don't really pay attention
Attention
to.
to. Right.
Mhm.
And when we can identify with that
Yeah.
one simple thing,
Just one thing.
and then it can lead to the next thing
Mhm.
and the next.
And the next.
So that darkness that we may find ourselves in,
Yeah.
if we can just identify with something that's positive,
Mhm.
even in that situation. There's one thing I always say is that behind every dark cloud, the sun still shines.
Mhm. Mhm.
And not the SUN, but the SON.
Right. Exactly.
So he's always
He's
there.
always there.
He's always with us.
Mhm.
So that's where we can identify, even though I maybe have been going through chemotherapy,
Yes.
mm, and
Mm.
my body is whacked with pain right now,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I don't like the feeling,
Right.
but I know that this is going to get me to my place of healing.
Yes. Yes.
So the positive thing could be just a phone call for someone as you sitting there in a chair
Mhm.
and they telling you you got this.
Mhm.
Gratitude.
Mhm. Gratitude.
Mm. Or just sitting there with a notebook and a pen and just writing down the
Exactly.
thoughts.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
That journaling aspect,
Right.
that documenting. I know during the challenge sometimes one of the primary things is journaling. Your journaling, your journey, your gratitude journey is to sit, and maybe you can carve out a few days a week, or daily. It doesn't have to be long. What am I
Mm.
grateful for? Just write. It could be the
Mm.
most simple things, or what are you experiencing that you can be grateful for, or maybe that one word a day. And start there. I'm grateful for breath. I know we
Mm.
talk about that
Yes,
all the time.
yes, yes.
We say, I don't
Right.
know if you heard that audio.
Yes.
Just the fact that there's breath there, and I could
Right.
begin again. I could soar again.
Yes.
I could shift again
Yes.
and
Yes.
see life differently through the
Right.
lens of gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Through
we
the
can
lens
pick
of
ourselves.
gratitude.
So it's something that is attainable,
Mhm.
reachable,
Mhm.
you know, and that it's progressive as well,
It is.
that we can actually identify with. And if we can just only go, and I'm still stuck on that simple
Yeah.
thing in life.
Simplicity.
Yeah, of it.
Simplicity. Yeah.
Mm.
One of the things about gratitude is it's free. Gratitude is free. It
Yes,
doesn't cost anything.
nothing.
It
Mm.
just takes intentionality. It takes a will for us to say, okay, I'm grateful for just being able to have a home, or I'm grateful that I have a car that works, or I'm grateful for the ability to go out and exercise, or
Right.
I'm grateful to go to the lake and sit and look at the lake. Just
Yes.
basic things.
Yes.
Grateful that I have things to cook with,
Right.
to wash with. Just,
Right.
some of the things that it's like, okay, well, that's nice, whatever. But one thing adds to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And as we express gratitude for that, it takes us out of those places that, like you were saying, sometimes we're in those places that don't feel good.
Yes.
It's a challenging place. It's a tight and hard place. I have been there, those tight and hard places that we don't have the words to articulate because it's just a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
But as we can incorporate some words of gratitude, some expressions of gratitude, what it does is it shifts our thinking.
Mm.
And if I may,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about gratitude as being lemonade.
Okay.
Okay. And last year I got this revelation,
Yes.
that, life throws us lemons, and I mean sour lemons.
Right.
And you take lemonade, you got sour lemons, but you got some sugar added in there. The sugar
Mm.
is the gratitude.
Wow.
And when you marry them together, you try to put them together and you get that little agitation in there when you're
Yeah.
mixing it together. The outcome is something great. The outcome is something positive, and you can get something, I would say, positivity out of the challenge.
Yes.
And because like you were saying, the narratives are there and all that is there, but as we can lean into the fact that there is a positive outcome that we can get out of the challenge, and that's by utilizing gratitude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you have shared with, as you stated just a few minutes ago, about being in that tough place.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because I'm quite sure there is some listeners who out there in that tough place.
Mhm.
It may not be cancer, it may be divorce, it may be the
Mhm.
loss of a loved one.
Right.
It may be the challenge that they have, making ends meet daily.
Mhm.
How would you um,
Mhm.
talk that individual through that tough place so they
Mhm.
can get to a point of seeing gratitude or being grateful?
Mhm. I would draw upon some of the the hard places and the challenging places that I've been through. I've suffered loss, and not only have I suffered loss of loved ones near and dear to me, there were personal losses. And then, there were physical challenges that I had to overcome. And I don't mind saying, even challenge with mobility and having to go back to physical therapy and those type of things. I was
Okay.
in a very tight, tough place many times in my life. And one of the things that brought me out of those places was looking at the very things around me that brought me joy.
Mm. And we're going to end on that good one,
Yes.
allow them to marinate on
Yes.
that. And you're listening to the Healed Exchange with Coach C. Mm.
Come on. Hey. Come on. Hey. Come on. Hey.
We'll be right back with more encouragement and inspiration from Coach C on the Healed Exchange, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, the humidity while it was gone was nice, but it's still summertime technically, and it can't stay gone for long. Starting to creep back in, a little stickiness back in the air for our Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 80s. We'll keep an eye out for a few isolated showers or storms for the afternoon and evening, but heading into the rest of our work week, Thursday, Friday look like our best chance for storms. The rain chance comes down a bit by the weekend. That's your forecast from the Surf Pickleball and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers.
Inspire your team and gallop to greatness. Our horses at Willow Equine are outstanding at working with people on leadership and team building skills, perfect for corporate retreats. Visit willowequine.com as you gallop to greatness.
The weather's warm and your backyard is calling. G&B Energy makes it easy to bring people together. With premium grills, cozy fire features, and clean, efficient propane to make your outdoor season sizzle. G&B Energy features grills by Big Green Egg, Napoleon, and Wilmington, plus reliable expert service. Swing by on Tuesdays and get your grill tank filled for only $10. You heard right, $10 Tuesdays at any G&B Energy location. Visit gbenergy.com for details.
Need a ride? iCats has you covered. Tuesdays to the VA in Salisbury, Thursday to Winston-Salem, and Fridays to Hickory. Plus, run errands every day around Iredell County for just $1. Visit rideicats.com.
What if we've got it backwards? Stop letting frustration hold your child back. The book Extinguishing Einstein reveals why traditional methods fail and what really works for ADHD. Claim your free copy today at RoyerNeuroscience.com and empower your child to thrive.
Feeling stressed? Can't focus? It's not just in your head, it's in your brain. Dr. Tim Royer shows you how to reset and refocus on Your Brain Matters. Thursdays at 4 on WSIC. Listen live, on air, online, or on the WSIC News app.
Dreaming of a new home or a better rate? At O'Brien Home Loans, our team of independent brokers find tailored solutions that truly fit your life. Proudly serving North Carolina with honest advice and local heart. Visit O'BrienHomeLoans.com today for a free quote.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
When cancer changes everything, hope still matters. Cancer thriver Charlisa Harriet, also known as Coach C, the crushing chemo chick, creates faith-filled resources that comfort and uplift, including books, journals, planners, and greeting cards. Find encouragement created from lived experience at crushingchemochick.com and be sure to catch her show, The Healed Exchange with Coach C, Wednesdays from 11 to noon, right here on WSIC.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Wall Street will be watching NVIDIA closely today as the AI chip maker will be reporting earnings after markets close. NVIDIA is considered the best barometer for AI spending. Wall Street expects the tech giant to deliver stellar results for the fiscal second quarter, which ended July 31st. Analysts project that revenue nearly doubled from a year ago. NVIDIA shares are currently down a little over 1%. Meta Platforms has agreed to settle a blockbuster social media case brought by the attorneys general of 29 states. Meta was accused of deliberately designing Facebook and Instagram to addict teenagers. The settlement comes in the second week of the trial in federal court in Oakland. Meta has agreed to pay $16.7 billion to settle the landmark case. The tech giant had calculated that a trial loss could have cost them, including penalties, as much as $1.4 trillion. Meta Platform shares are up around 0.5%. Markets, though, are down, with all three indices seeing losses of 0.1% to 0.2%. Dan Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
We're back with the Healed Exchange, your midweek boost of hope, encouragement, and empowerment. WSIC Local starts here.
Hope is rising, healings in the air, real stories, real strength, love everywhere. It's your time, your space, your next best day. Welcome to the Healed Exchange.
Welcome back to the Healed Exchange with Coach C. And today we have on our topic, it's Affirm H.E.R, gratitude for the journey, hopeful for what's ahead. And we have in our studio with us Pastor Carmela E. Head, and she's our special guest, a transformational coach. Yes, I would say life coach. And she's a specialist when it comes with gratitude. So I call it a gratitude specialist to remind us. Even she reminded me during the break about gratitude, just being grateful for where we are. And prior to the break, you ended with a powerful statement and speaking on joy.
Yeah.
Share with us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I was sharing about the challenges sometimes that we face, excuse me, the challenges that we face sometimes and the outcome that could be positive ends by us taking a moment to look within or to look around us and pull the joy out of it. What brings us joy? What
Mhm.
is it? Even in the midst of some of the things I've walked through, it's like, what is it that brought me joy? Well, I started to looking into, well, this brings me joy. I'm grateful for this. And
Mhm.
it's really interesting how you express joy
Mhm.
by thinking about what brings you joy. At the
Right.
same time, it's like a revolving door. I'm grateful. This morning, I just started reciting what I was grateful for. I'm grateful that I can make up my bed. I'm grateful
Yes.
that I can get my makeup on and put my makeup on. Just
Yes.
basic stuff. But then as I looked within that, I started looking at the joyful parts that it created.
Yes.
Even walking through certain things. Well, I'm grateful that I could do this. Now I may not, I may be facing this challenge, and self-awareness is real, and this challenge is real. But I do have that. That brings me joy. Let me express gratitude about that.
Right.
Let me see how I can bring some uh I would say exuberance and enthusiasm and all of those things into my life by just having that joyous appreciation for that one thing, for that something,
Right.
whatever that is, out there, whatever that is that brings you joy, you know, what is that thing? Name it, say it. And
Mm.
I incorporated a lot of that over time into affirmations,
Yes.
like getting up and saying, today, matter of fact, I wrote it down with me. I want to read it.
Okay.
One of my affirmations, gratitude affirmation, is saying, I am moving throughout my day with an attitude of gratitude. Love, joy, and peace overflows in every aspect of my day.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I got up today. I know that, I'm growing through this challenge. I know, but I can, as you have been on this challenge of affirming her, I can affirm myself in real time by speaking affirmations into my life and into my
Yes.
day. And, my whole attitude shifts from that other place to a
Right.
place of joy. And
Ah,
happiness and joy are two different things.
absolutely.
So you got that joy within that, I,
Right.
I I feel joyful about the fact that I still got this. I can do that. I can explore this.
Right.
Even though I may be going through this challenge, there are other things that I could do. Let me find what that is.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
me find what that is. A lot of the times I talk about in my gratitude challenge about our hobbies.
Mm.
We
That's
gloss over the fact that we have hobbies, and hobbies are an expression of our attributes. They're an expression of who we are.
right.
And if I could move into that vein of what are my hobbies? What can
Yes.
I do?
Yeah.
And then shift from that. That brings me joy. Just doing the things that, cause me to be creative, or doing those things that help me bring more joy into my day.
Yeah. So
And, so I wanted to share that.
absolutely, because you've given quite a few tips here in order to move out of that place of solemnness,
Yes.
that place of darkness, that place of pain, and
Mm-hmm.
not be so reflective upon that. Yes, it's the reality of self-awareness that this is where we are
Right.
currently, but does it mean that I can't find the sunshine in the midst of this
Right.
cloudiness?
Right.
And so you're giving different avenues for us to start um, looking at, gratitude jars. You even stated that, I mentioned about that. That's part of your
Yeah.
challenge
Gratitude
as
jars.
well. But then you talking about writing the gratitude. You wrote a
Mm-hmm.
gratitude this morning that you shared with us, finding just the beauty that surrounds us, just the
Mm-hmm.
one thing, simple
Mm-hmm.
thing that we can identify with. And then that leads into a rotation of something else that's positive. And
Mm-hmm.
then you're not reflective in that
Right.
solemnness anymore because it changes the way that you view life
Mm-hmm.
in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It changes your perspective. You have on, as we stated earlier, different lenses.
Right.
So you have on the gratitude lenses.
Right.
Even though I'm going through this, but I can find something that's positive through this.
Right.
And then I think that when you do, then it goes back to that situation of that darkness. You'll know how to get to the light.
Ah, okay. Oh
My
gosh, yeah,
God.
yeah.
because you've already been in light, in the brilliance, and you've been observing and masking in the brilliance that surrounds you, that you've already engulfed in it. You know, you embody it.
Yes.
So when it times to go back and try to figure out a solution, resolution, solve that issue, you can,
Yeah.
because you're stronger. You've been strengthened.
This is so good, even for me, for my soul this
Oh my
morning.
God.
It does, because there's a strength there that you pull upon.
Yes.
You know, there's a strength to say, I get up. I need to get up. I can get up.
Right.
I can push forward through another day. I can push forward through another moment.
Yes.
And gratitude does that. It gives us strength. And sometimes we're like, how in the world could gratitude do something like that? But it's just the whole fact of the joy that you experience, the peace,
Yes.
you know, even just the wherewithal to say,
Mm.
I can,
Yes.
and I will
Yes.
today. And so that really motivates us and helps us. And, you know, also being one of the things that gratitude to me helps us to be in the moment
Right. That's it.
and to be
Present.
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 Presence is everything,
Absolutely.
you know, sitting
Absolutely.
with it.
Yes.
Sometimes just being silent and saying, I'm going to sit with this conversation with someone. I'm going to sit with the story I'm reading, or I'm
Right.
sit with this podcast that I'm listening to, whatever it's,
Yes.
you know, positively feeding us. I'm going to be grateful because I'm present,
Yes.
and presence becomes me in the
Right.
moment, you
That's
know.
right. That's right.
So I, you know, wanted to kind of throw that in
And
there.
I'm glad you did, because that was one
Yeah.
of the tips that was the second tip that I used this morning on Good
Mhm.
Morning Lake Norman. And I stated about being present.
Present.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because presence means a lot.
it does.
You know, just if you don't, I was sharing with them, if you don't have anything, the right words to say to that individual when they're going through their storm, just your presence.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
speaks volume.
it
There's
shows
healing even in
appreciation.
the touch, you know?
Gosh, that's
Yes,
powerful.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, girl, if I don't know about you listeners out there, but I'm telling you, this is really, really resonating with me.
Mm.
And it's just allowing me just to open my eyes all over again,
Mhm.
and just be appreciative even for the now,
For the now,
for the
for the
now,
moment.
the moment. I'm
Mhm.
grateful for the journey.
Mhm.
Yes, it
Mhm.
wasn't a good journey. Would I do it again? Yes. Oh, are you serious? Yes. Because I'm grateful.
Mm.
I made it through. Because I
Yes.
think about others who didn't make it this far.
Mhm. Wow,
That's gratitude.
that's gratitude.
Yeah. All right. In just a moment, we will be right back after you listen to this break, and you're listening to the Healed Exchange with Coach C.
We'll be right back with more encouragement and inspiration from Coach C on the Healed Exchange, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, the humidity while it was gone was nice, but it's still summertime technically, and it can't stay gone for long. Starting to creep back in, a little stickiness back in the air for our Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 80s. We'll keep an eye out for a few isolated showers or storms for the afternoon and evening, but heading into the rest of our work week, Thursday, Friday look like our best chance for storms. The rain chance comes down a bit by the weekend. That's your forecast for the Surf, Pickleball, and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers.
Struggling with focus, memory, or mental clarity? Royer Neuroscience offers personalized, remote brain training designed to improve your cognitive health. Anywhere, anytime, you can boost focus, enhance mental performance, and thrive emotionally and physically. Visit RoyerNeuroscience.com and reclaim your brain today.
Progressive presents Heroes that keep truckers going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you. Would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
When you're finally off the clock after a long day, dishes put away, kids asleep, feet kicked up, heartburn. Don't let heartburn take over your hard-earned moment. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Alka-Seltzer effervescent tablets begin neutralizing stomach acid in seconds, so you can get back to your one more episode marathon. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Because nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Use as directed.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Reimagining care, restoring trust. Discover One Health, where our mission is creating the healthcare we all deserve. One Health provides comprehensive primary care and OBGYN services across the Lake Norman area. Visit our website at onehealthmpc.com to read our story and find a provider.
We're back with the Healed Exchange, your midweek boost of hope, encouragement, and empowerment. WSIC Local starts here.
Hope is rising, healings in the air, real stories, real strength, love everywhere. It's your time, your space, your next best day. Welcome to the Healed Exchange.
Welcome back to the Healed Exchange with Coach C. And today our topic is Affirm Her, grateful for the journey, hopeful for what's ahead. And we have in our studio as our studio guest, Pastor Carmela E. Head. And y'all, I don't know about you, but if you're just tuning in, come on in. But if you've been here, listen, it's been really good, really good. And so we're talking about gratitude and how that brilliance, my gosh, that's how we started off with talking about the brilliance and the joy that we focus upon. All of that is intertwined with gratitude.
Yeah.
And so we're talking now about the transformation that actually takes place.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned earlier during the conversation about the room temperature.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, gratitude can walk in and it can change the aura of that room.
Mm-hmm.
Just like someone who's negative, their
Right.
negative vibes can
Mm-hmm.
fester around and, you know, make things uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But when someone who walks in and begins to give gratitude and share their gratefulness for the things, then
Mm-hmm.
someone else hears it, they listen to
Yes.
it, then they begin to reflect upon their life
Mm-hmm.
and can identify with something.
Yes.
And then the next person can
Mm-hmm.
identify with
Mm-hmm.
something till it can change the culture.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah.
Absolutely. I think about this. I know it may sound funny, but gratitude is contagious.
Mm.
It really is, you
Yes.
know, and as you were saying, you know, you can still see and feel negativity when it, around or solemnness and all that. Okay.
Right.
But for some reason, when gratitude enters into the space of someone is already grateful for their day,
Yes.
they're already grateful for their day. they're grateful for the space that they're in.
Yes.
You get up in the morning and you enter into the kitchen and you have a family member there and you're grateful
Yes.
and just grateful for what you have, and you enter, and then they can't help but like, wow, there's a positivity going on there.
Right.
And it may not cause them to actually start being grateful, but there's something there that's tangible. And it's like, wow, there's a transformation that happens in the person that receives and the person that is exuding
Yes.
transformation,
Yes.
because they're going from within.
Right.
And it's like, this is authentic. This is real.
Right.
It's not something that's made up,
Right.
and then the person that is the recipient of that can say, wow, they're expressing gratitude. They're thankful. They're positive,
Right.
and wow, let me see how I can grab hold to that. And you get into your car and you go into your day and go into your office space or wherever you're headed,
Right.
and you start to glean from that positivity and from that. And, if I may go back to a scripture, I hope you don't mind me saying,
Oh no.
that says, in everything give thanks.
Yes.
Eh, you know, Sometimes people say, thanks for everything. Well,
Every.
thanks for the things that God brings into your heart to share that you're thankful for.
Yes.
And as you express that thankfulness, then there's that beautiful brilliance that follows you when
Mm.
you enter into a space. And people who don't even know you can identify, well, wow, there's something, and you're able to set the atmosphere, the temperature, and the culture for where you're going into, to maybe share with someone or whatever it is,
Right.
to boost morale where you're going, because there's positivity and there's gratitude already that's set in motion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love that part of it. And so people can have something that's tangible
Right.
that they can just take on and start engaging in and making it a part of their daily living.
Yeah.
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 And so you've shared like I know you have this challenge and it's coming up. I think it's at September?
It's in November,
November.
National
Okay.
Gratitude Month.
Okay. All right. All right. And so I'm quite sure that the listeners would like to know how they can get more information about the upcoming challenge.
Hmm.
How would you like to share with the
Well,
information?
actually, you can join me on my website.
Okay.
Sometimes for the most part, I have been streaming live every week throughout the
Okay.
challenge. It's weekly, and I'll come on and share with I would say, the gratitude community
Yes.
about different areas of gratitude and how we can express gratitude. And I do that through Facebook. But
Okay.
on my website, I usually am sharing the videos and I'm sharing the challenge, and also I'm giving out tools and tips on how you can incorporate a lot of these activities. So it's something you have to do,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's engaging and it's fun. But at the same time, you're growing. And
Yes.
prayerfully every year, or as you tap back into the gratitude challenge, some of the concepts, you're able to pull those into your daily life throughout the rest of the year, because we don't want gratitude challenge to just end in November. We
Absolutely.
want to continue that throughout the
Right.
rest of the year.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. And so would you like to share the website for
Yes,
them?
yes. You can find me at www.transformational-moment.com. Again, that is www.transformational-moment.com. And there you'll find my website. And when the time comes, you can go to the link that says 2026 Transformational Moment, and you'll see it. Be Transformed Transformational Moment Gratitude Challenge. You could join me there.
Awesome. Awesome. So I know people are going to be excited about
I
that.
hope so.
And as well as you, like you stated, that you're an author
Yes.
of the book, and it's called Be Transformed, Empowering You for Destiny.
Yes.
And this is a great, great book here.
Thank
Um,
you.
one that gets them, I'm sorry, because my throat is getting a little scratchy, but one that will get them to the point of preparing themselves for a awesome transformation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm. And the butterfly
The
process.
butterfly. Yes.
This
He's
is
been
going to
through a
take you,
journey.
yeah, it's going to take you through that journey. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's a great read and a great tool to have as part of your arsenal. And how
Mhm.
can they purchase this?
Yes, you can purchase it through my publisher's website, and that is through Redemption Press. I believe their website is www.redemption-press.com. And then you can go to the bookstore and you can get the hard copy, or you can get I think we have an ebook out there too, and you can
Mm,
download that. I like to send everybody to the publisher's website.
okay.
Again, it is redemption-press.com, and you'll
Okay.
be able to find me out there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's great. We have the information about the book,
Thank
about the
you.
upcoming challenge. And so now I want to see if we can in preparation for the future. Because
Yes.
the other part of this is hopeful for what's ahead.
Yeah.
And so just looking at the journey that you've gone through, those hard places, and you came out on the other side
Mm-hmm.
with gratitude, because I'm quite
Yes.
sure it has taught you more
Yes,
about
it has.
gratitude.
It
Each year that
has.
you do this challenge, the Lord is showing you from a different perspective, even the newness that
Yes.
comes forth from your meditation with Him, and then you share it with the gratitude community.
Yes.
And so, as you have this outlook for Pastor Carmela and her future, what do you see as gratitude?
Mm. The
What do you?
lessons, the life lessons I've learned,
Mm,
the life lessons I've learned through being grateful. And I know we can get a vivid picture of, I remember when that happened. I remember how that how that affected me. I remember how that challenged really made me feel. But also, what's next is what have I learned from that? And how did I grow? You know, each one of us, we're on a journey,
right.
and we're on a journey to grow
Yes.
somehow. And for me, it's tapping into, okay, I went through that situation. I went through that place in my life. And there was some areas of gratitude that helped me emerge from that. But how did I grow? And now that I grow, how can I use that as an attribute in my life? Because when we grow, we become tenacious.
Yes.
When we grow, we persevere.
Mm,
As we grow, we kind of learn a little bit more about who we are. And then, even through that, we start looking at, wow, I had attributes about myself I didn't even know that existed. And
yes.
because those attributes were there, I was able to pull on those, and those lift me up because those told me about my uniqueness. Those told me that I have strength to overcome.
Mm,
Those things taught me that I can overcome. And so, with that being said, that helps me look towards my next.
my God. What
Yeah.
a way to end this session of Affirm Her on that note. Thank you,
Thank
Pastor
you, Coach
Carmela.
C.
And we have this gift of
Oh
gratitude
gosh, I
for
receive
you,
it. Thank
thanking
you.
you for coming here
This is so
on the show
nice.
today.
Oh, thank
Listen,
you.
champions, tune
Oh, wow.
in next week to the Heal Exchange with Coach C.
Oh, this is nice.
Yes.
Great radio doesn't end here. Catch the full episode and dive or into our archives on the WSIC News app.
WSIC 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, and 1400 AM. Statesville, Lake Norman's home for talk radio. WSIC, local starts here.